down. Why, Lord, why? Every time this. All right, howdy, folks. Welcome back. I told you I would be back. So let's get on over here to the Solar Report. While we're waiting for that, welcome everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your night to come over here and be with our little family. It looked like somebody else went live just as I started to press my button, so hopefully I lost my audience to somebody else. So, anyways, let's continue. It doesn't matter. They can always watch it later. Anyways, here we go. This is February 2nd, 2024. Happy Groundhog Day. I guess he's didn't see a shadow? I don't know. Doesn't matter because this is what dictates what's going to happen. Not a groundhog. All right, folks? All right, so here goes your loop. You see the loop playing there. Not a lot of activity, but you see this going on. Little puffs, little spits and sputters here. Is that all the data? No, it doesn't look like all the data either. Yeah, there's some little gaps, little spits and sputters, but let me pause it right on this event. Oop, let's back up a little bit here. Where was the tail end of that event I was looking for? Kind of going backwards here. I thought it was just right there. Maybe it's this event. Do you guys see this, though, down below here? Whoops, let me back up a little bit. This little V-shaped bow shock on the back side of this object right in there. Boom, boom. That one exiting the screen right there. And then we have this big widespread blast on the side here. And then slow motion or a slow event right here. If we can get this button to work. There it is. This one right here is the one I was talking about. That's the one I was looking for. You can see our little object right there and see the little V-shaped bow shock on it as plasma goes around its magnetic field right there. And then it moves on out. We're going to back up, though, to this one frame right about here. All right, here's a good shot of it. You see our little object right here. You can see the magnetic field that it's produced. You can actually see these magnetic field lines crisscrossing right here. Possibly another object right there, and that's why they're crisscrossing, because there's another round object right here. There's this one and its little moon. Let me try to get that a little bit better for you guys here now that I spotted that. Oh, yeah. And someone's standing right there, right next to it, with a face on it. Right here. You ought to come over to this instrument and check this stuff out, you guys. Anyways, there's our our little event right here, and that appears to be coming out of that that region where we had this region right here where we had this big spire coming off of here. So here was another inbound object that caused that. You can see this one over here as well moving out of the frame. Let me try to center this and get the button at the same time for you guys. Yeah, there we go. You see this one coming out down here, another one there. See this one set off the machine. There's another one up here. Can you see that one up there in the corner? Try to keep moving through this. Got a lot to go over tonight, so hopefully you guys got your refreshments and snacks and went to the bathroom. Look at this. Wow. Because there's not many places to stop once we're on the road. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Oh, see that one right there? Right here. All right. So let's go ahead and hit the loop. I'm going to slow the loop down a little bit. And that way it kind of does its own little frame by frame thing for us. And you guys kind of take a peek at what's going on in there while I... Oh, busy day. I have been busy. I'm sure you folks have been busy. A lot going on. A lot of praying going on. All right, so there's your activity for today, February 2nd. Let's come on over now to our solar ham. And this is a good site to come visit during off hours when I'm not around. Check out what the activities, keep tabs of what's going on, because I don't get home until late. And the Lord has me running with a broken hip. Anyway, here we go. Here's your box for today. We started off last night with this little spire right here, or this little peak, CME. Now we've gone further into the day. Here's that slower motion event, or the long duration event right there. All right. And then it kind of tapers out. We get some spit and sputtering. And then already going into tomorrow, we've had some activity right there and almost an M flare right there. In fact, we're undergoing some kind of M flare. Would you guys like to go take a look at the future? No. Well, we're going to go anyway. All right, let's back out of this and come on over to the calendar. Give this a refresh so we get as many frames as possible. And let's take a peek. Oh, really? Kind of, hey, at least we have data. Last time I tried to do this, I got cheated and there was no images, so at least this time we have some data. You can see this event right here and this little one already kind of underway. You can see we still have this spire area, this region that's reacting to more inbound activity. You can see the magnetic activity kind of going on over there in the like long duration type event. All right, so we got a peek at the future coming back now. So we've just looked at these two right here that are currently underway. And then we back out a little bit. Okay, here we go. I love it when he does that. That's funny. Thank you. All right, here we go. M flare potential 30%. X flare up to 5 now. That might jump. I might have to give it a little more juice on that X flare, especially when we still have that spire sticking out. Okay. Anyways, 5 for now. Potential should be a little bit higher, I believe, but that's what they're saying right now. Here's your sunspots. We do have this 3565 rotating our way. That's beta gamma. All right. This is the one to watch out for. Starting to go hyperactive again. Here we go with our geomagnetic forecast. Now, they're calling out February 5th right here. That means whatever left today, they're probably expecting to arrive 3 days later on the 5th. So we'll see when we get over to the tracker. Now, here we go with our KP index. It's very low. In fact, I could pop this open now so you can see. Very low right now, okay? Boom, there's 1.5. Now we hit the floor and are just trying to come back out of this geomagnetic weakening right here. It's the auroras. All right, you see the auroras here, how light they are? This is the level of geomagnetic storm that we're getting hit with. All right, so right now you see how weak. Let me try to get. You see how faint? No, you don't, because that's how faint it really is right there. That's more like it right there. All right, so very faint right now. KP's just off the floor. Okay, so that's good. All right, we're even going to come over here, just pop both of these open. Let me try to get the real essence of these by dimming this, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrong one. Can we dim it down? Hang on here. Oh, it won't let me dim it down. For some reason. That's okay. Anyways, there's your auroras for right now. Not much to see. If I could just do that, kind of show you how weak they are. I guess. Alright. Cool. Thanks for being patient with me there. Alright, so your aurora's not much to see right now. Very light. Here, let's open up the tracker. Alright, check this out. You see this big blast that we were looking at just a little while ago? They got it going, whoops, down this direction. Please play. There we go. All right, so whew. Thankfully, it's not coming our direction, and it doesn't even cross our magnetic field lines or anything. So that's thankfully that blast is going away from us. All right. Backing out of this. I want to open up this one real quick. And we're going to take a peek at this little chart here. In your time, Lord. We're almost there. We're currently going through a pretty gnarly storm right now, so out in the sticks here, we don't get the best reception. All right. Anyways, what I'm trying to point out here is this chart over here, right here at the 5th. Boom, boom, boom. This is where they're expecting impact. So we're going to start this little movie up. Can we, Lord? There we go. I guess right here, we're going to get clipped by the edge of this. And see, this got it more coming. This is a different one. This is a separate CME. This is something more coming our direction. It's not the other one that the other Enlil is tracking. So here at this one, they're showing, it's a mild, small blast, but it is kind of coming at us, all right? And even showing impact here at Earth and Stereo A, which are pretty much next to each other, right at the turning from the 4th to the 5th, right there. Okay, so we're going to have another inbound wave of energy and impact around the 5th. Boom, you see it there. All right, let's move on. Yeah, see, that's totally different CME that they're tracking. Glad we opened that. All right, backing out. Beep, 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 beep. Come on. Get out of my way. I'm trying to back out. All right, here you can see. Let's see if we can pull this a little bit better. Here's 3567. Okay, it's rotating around this way into the strike zone, and it's getting pretty complex right there. So below is an updated look at the sunspot groups currently visible. 5 new active regions were numbered today. However, they each appear to be fairly stable for now. This is the report from yesterday. The good news is that they are all turning into direct view and will be monitored as they continue to evolve. All right. Well, no update on that report here. But let's get over here to spaceweather.com and see if we got an updated report here. Sometimes, no, it's the same report. Let's just see if we got tomorrow's date up yet. Nope, same one. All right, yeah, if I'd have gone maybe an hour later or something, it would probably be refreshed. But we'll move on to the Schumann here. Maybe we can come back to that. And we'll see if they'll have another article up later. So let's make sure. Yeah, that got refreshed one more time. Lord, I want the very latest data. All right, cool. Here we are. Let me do a little scoot and tuck. All right, good enough. As you can see, we really left off kind of over here. We had, actually, we left off more around here. It was starting to go into this. You can see after this scraping event, I was saying last night, after this, look for a lull in our magnetic field here. This black stripe should be missing data. Okay, I don't think we. You know what's interesting about this, though, is these lines almost have a three-dimensional effect. They almost look like a book. Like here's the spine of a book, and it's opened in the middle, and the pages come up and roll down to flat. You see how this kind of rolls down in and then rolls back up out? It almost looks like a book that's opened. And I've seen this effect before. So this praying is just a glitch. All right, something probably it got really low and browned out and gave no data or something for a while, because we would see something I think a little bit more major before we would see this. Not sure though, with these page type bending effect going into it and then kind of coming back out of it, makes it a little questionable. Anywho, up here, what we're worried about is our 7.83 hertz. Whatever happened here, we came out of it, had some more scraping event, boom, 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 come out of that pretty weak, all right? Then a little more scraping, and now look, we're pretty weak right here at the very end, all right? I'm trying to give you the best coloration. I might have to put up with some lines for a minute, but there we go. All right. And that's our Earth's core dynamo mechanism producing a 7.83 hertz magnetic field. And now we have all these interruptions from down below, grinding, squealing, making it weak, recovering. This is the line I'm more worried about, is that little line right there, because that's a real reading. All right, this one as well right here. You see this break right there? That's a real reading. Wow. The more I look at that, the more this is starting to look almost like a real reading. I'll let you folks be the judge of that, okay? Because this instrument does glitch, okay? And it gives black streaks just like that one it does. So hopefully it's just a little glitch. Whatever it was, we came out of it. Like I said, scraping. It means there's pressure down below. There's so much pressure that the shell and the core at the barrier there are grinding on each other. That's what I mean by scraping. It creates a low frequency wave that comes from the core all the way up through the magma. And then when that low frequency wave hits the crust is much denser, and it slows that low frequency wave down even more. All right. And we're talking low frequencies. Up here is 0. All right. And these are all little frequencies between 1 and 0 and 1, and then 1 between 1 and 2. Okay, so this is 1 through 40 hertz going down. And you can see these frequencies, it's hitting intensely here at, this would be probably 38 right there. That one would probably be 38. All right, so that's a hertz. That's a frequency that this thing is causing, and 38 hertz is a lot faster than 1 hertz, right? So I believe this is down where we have magma that's a little looser, a little more fluid. I believe maybe this level or one of these that we see the scraping at is the bottom side of the crust. The magma actually flowing along the and hitting and grinding on the underside of the crust would probably be right around that. Anyways, there's your Schumann for now. And at the moment we came out of this last little event kind of weak, but there still is a line there. Okay, don't fret too much. There's still a line there. Okay, so we're coming out of it. It's still trying to recover, all right, but at the moment it's still kind of weak. Brian, oh, somebody's asking a question real quick. Brian Knight, did the Earth is acting kind of like an old car motor, low on oil, pistons binding up? Yes, pistons binding up. That's what this is. This is a sphere rotating inside of a shell, a round shell, another layer basically that's right above it. And when that heats up and expands, it's metal. When metal heats up, it expands. So the core expands out in every direction. Well, the shell wants to expand out in every direction as well, but it can't because there's too much pressure up above pushing back down on it. So the only way the shell can swell is back down onto the core. So you got the core swelling outward and the shell swelling down onto it, all right? And then they start to seize up. Okay, that dynamo spinning inside there. I'm going to have to show you guys a demonstration of an electric motor and how an electric motor spins inside two little magnets, and you put electricity to it and spin. If you take the electrodes off the battery and you spin that thing by hand, electricity will come out the other end. Okay, that spinning action inside a magnet is what creates our magnetic field. And if you take one of those spinning little motors and you hook it up and you get it spinning really good, if you can measure its magnetic field getting stronger and bigger. Okay, so that's how our planet works. That's how the sun works. That's why the sun doesn't have an unlimited amount of fuel. It doesn't burn fuel. Let me tell you something. The core and the shell of the sun are on such a grand scale, spinning at such a speed that the magnetic field that it produces is so powerful that it emits light. It's plasma. The core shell dynamo in the sun is so strong that its magnetic field is so strong that it creates plasma. It creates light. All right, called the corona. The corona of the sun, right, is the electromagnetic field around the sun produced by the core spinning inside the dynamo shell. Okay. Now, when I got one for you guys, I've been asking all these top physicists this, and nobody can answer this, but I know my audience can. And I'm just going to put this little question out there. I'll let you kind of answer it in your head. Okay. So if the sun core shell dynamo starts grinding like this, like ours is, what happens when it seizes up? When the sun's core shell dynamo seizes up, what do you think is going to happen? Yep, that's right. Very good, class. You guys are smart. You guys are smarter than the most astrophysicists out there. Getting $1 million course for free here. All right, let's move on. Now, tonight, I remembered to pull up the null school. We need to adjust back to position 1. All right. And we already have it set on our SO2. Okay, this is the gas that surrounds the lava down below. Sulfur dioxide, SO2. In fact, something I want to do for you guys tonight as well is what we're going to do. See this little bar right here, SO2, and then it says SM. Well, if you look down over in the corner here, I think it's in frame. Sulfur dioxide surface mass. SM stands for surface mass. That's the mass at the surface, not way up high. This is the surface mass of the sulfur dioxide. Simple, right? Good. You guys are awesome. Now, let me get proper. Yeah, that's our proper coloration. Well, yeah, hang on. Trying to be fair with this because it's right about there. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So you can see our region here in China that we use for kind of gauging our pressure still has areas that are very dark purple, almost black. Okay, so several regions, several little spots right there. So there's a lot of pressure underneath, all right? And a lot of it's being vented out of this region right here, over here in India as well. One of our good judgment is this one right here, the purple island of Java. And as you can see, there is a little lightening up right here at this area, a little darkening more in this area. Here's the straits right here. And what's interesting here is Krakatoa is more out here. There is sulfur dioxide plume coming out of the water here on the other side of the strait, opposite Krakatoa. Then we have these little spots on the peninsula up here in Sumatra. Or this is Malaysia, sorry. Here's Sumatra. Take a peek at this little one here in Australia now. It's about as same as it was. This seems to have lightened up. Ooh, whoa, Europe. Whoa, look at here. Let me pull back a little bit and get the right. Do you see how it's all filled in a little bit all through this region now? All through this region is kind of darkened up a little bit. Let's come on over to America and see our divided country right down the line at Texas right here, where we had tornadoes today. All right, they were only calling for a 2% chance, and boy, did we have a oh man, you saw the thumbnail, that hook. That is the gnarliest hook any of us have ever seen. There weren't any storm chasers today, or broadcasting, but I bet you they were monitoring that, and when they saw that hook, they were kicking themselves in the butt for not being out there. But let me pull you over to this hook real quick, because this is just off the hook. That's what I should have titled this, Off the Hook. Maybe I'll change the title. Please pull this up for us, Lord. I would love to reference this. Okay. This is Max Velocity. He was like one of the only guys going live today. But what we're looking at is this hook, this inflow hook. That is the most dramatic inflow hook. This is a wall of hail behind it right here, okay? This thing, when it started to wrap up like this, you can see him puzzled, like, what are we about to see here? This is not looking good. And I was in the middle of cooking dinner, and this was going on. And dinner's very coordinated. You can't miss a beat or something burns, right? I had to step away from dinner to say a prayer right at that moment. And luckily, this thing did not turn into a vicious F7 tornado. It actually dissipated, and I was so thankful that these people right here dodged a bullet, because look at that signature. That is like the best signature we've ever seen right there. And then, man, something changed and it didn't produce. There were a couple today already before this incident, but the activity kind of caught people off guard. And while he was live streaming here, this incident started to unfold. And when he was describing it, I kind of looked back and saw the screen on my phone and went, "Oh Lord, I gotta turn the flames down and Go kneel in the pantry or something. Anyways, thankfully, they dodged a bullet. That is a gnarly hook. That is a gnarly hook right there. You know, the movie Twister, we definitely see a hook. We see a pronounced hook. Yeah. That one right there. This is a sign of things to come. This was like it actually turned into a 6. You ought to come over here. His Max Velocity channel, his live stream. This incident happening around an hour 17 into his stream. He even kind of does a little outline of it, detailing it and talking about it. Here might be a better close up of it. Oh, where was that one image where I just had my thumbnail? Oh, well. Now I've done it, haven't I? We're going to commercial. Yeah. Oh, an ad for violence. Hey, cool. Oh, I got something for you guys here later. Um, my mother is a very observant lady, and she's been taking note of all the drug ads on commercials these days. And whoops, I want to pause that, please. Whoop, I'll pause that image right there. That's what I was trying to get. It's a little closer view of this hook right here. All right, very pronounced signature right there. Luckily, it dissipated. This hail came in and quenched it out. Um, an event that we haven't seen yet. All right, so this was very odd. It was very out of place. He's very confused, and when it didn't produce, uh, at the last minute, they had to put out a tornado warning, a huge cone, because they saw this wrapping up, and they're like, "Oh dear God, we better put out a warning." So they put out a warning, and right after some prayers, I heard some other people out there saying, "Dear God, please have mercy." And I'm over there on my knees, and luckily this thing did not produce. Okay, but it's a sign of things to come. Okay, we got to watch out for these nasty hooks like this because this thing could have produced quite a large tornado. All right, the Fujita scale might be getting an extra number added to it here. So, my bad. I'm very ADD, so all over the place. Back to where we were. Our divided country right down the middle here, Texas, just had an earthquake. So we need to get the heck over to this earthquake here. I'm so slow that I missed it while it was red, but here we go. Not deep in the heart of Texas, but dang close. We had, come on, please, so I can click on it. Prague, Oklahoma had a 5.1 down at 3 feet or 3 kilometers. All right. Very, very shallow quake. 5.1 is probably the biggest this region has seen in a while. And as you see, it has a current new quake here. It has a secondary 2.6 aftershock right there. And this is 3.5, this latest one. Okay. What is this round feature that I'm seeing in the ground here? Anyways, there's some kind of little round featurette here. Wait, maybe we can't get it right there. Take this out. Right in the heart of this round thing is this latest quake. This would be right on the rim. See this perfect round circle right here? Something going on right here that just caused a 5.1 right there. And now, please pull this up. Thank you. 5.1 at a depth of 3 right there. That rattled some people right there. They're shook right now. They're probably, and then they just felt this 3.5 because it's down at 5.8. All right, so Oklahoma shaking and baking right now. And as I pull back, just look at this round feature right here. Whoops, that almost kind of comes up like this. Here's a perfect circle almost, but then a little protrusion out this. That's all trees. I'm just making sure that's not a big lava field. All right, good. It's not. But right here in this region, we got a new little weak spot coming to life here in Oklahoma. So everybody in Oklahoma, be a little alert. When I was watching this just a tad bit earlier, getting ready for the show, I was looking at this region right here. Okay. Now we had energy come in, strike right before the fulcrum point of 4.9. All right, with a tsunami alert. I opened up the tsunami alert. It actually said 4.7. So it was lower this time than what USGS said. But what do we still do with 0.9s around here? Yeah, round up. Zip. This is almost a 5. Okay, this is a 5 here at a depth of 10 because it set off the aftershock of 3.4. Okay, then a little deeper in is a 2.7 right at the fulcrum point. So 4.9 and this 3.4 and this 2.7 all added together, I was going to say we might see a 5.0 somewhere along this little line now, along the San Andreas. Look what happened here in San Francisco today, a 3.2 they had down at 9.4 meters. All right. So some of that energy came down here, boom, 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 triggered off a quake at the Bay Area. This is a little unnerving too because now it looks like we might possibly have a weak spot, right? Potential weak area because we just had a quake set off right here, right at the mouth of the bay, right on the San Andreas right here. Okay. Not a high alert, but everybody in the Bay Area, be aware. Have an earthquake plan. Listen to Dutch Sense. Earthquake plan. Earthquake plan. To go bag. Just ready in case something happens. If you have family members that are out of town and there's a quake, hey, our plan is I will be here. You guys will come back into town. If I can't get out of town, or if you can't get into town, I will meet you halfway. Whatever the scenario, your scenario may be. All right. So this is a little indicator. We haven't seen a quake in this area in a while. All right. And it's not a big one, but it is that energy that came in from above. We're lucky it wasn't a 5, because that's what I was going to say is we're probably going to see a 5 right around here, maybe down at this little fulcrum point, this little bend right there, or down at the Caspian Sea where we see a lot of activity. But it popped off there. We also have one here a little deeper in. This is our weak spot, I believe, over here. Can I please have this? Springdale, Utah had a 3.5 as well. I want to take a look at what this surface feature is. And yes, we have a lava flow right here. Okay, so potential little area that used to be an old volcano here had a little quake underneath it. There's magma down below moving around, setting off little quakes deeper in the interior here. Please. Thank you. I was going to talk about answered prayer tonight too. What a miracle that is. 3.4 here in New Mexico. Got a little flurry going on around here with a bunch of mid-range 2s. Yeah. Okay, not much. We all know what's going on there. Okay, so let me back out, take a look at the rest of the world. We need no deep quake today, but on this plate boundary is a 5.0. All right, at this 10 kilometers, not the surface, but we call it a surface quake. Going clear over to here, because look how naked that whole part of the system is. Coming over to here, we have a 4.5 just off the island of Java here. All right, so a lot of pressure in this area. Remember, we saw the gas coming out right here, right by this bay right here. A lot of pressure in that region. These volcanoes are going off, and we had a 4.5 right there. Coming over to this little guy. Is that the right one? All right, yeah, 4.5 again here at Ternate, Indonesia. Up on the plate boundary, a 4.8 right there. That one's down at 81.7. So that's more like 5 at the surface, all right? It's a little deeper. So some of these quakes are a little deeper. They're not surface quakes. Now we're in the Mariana Islands. This 4.2 is down at 316. All right. So these aren't really surface quakes. This one wasn't. This one wasn't. Look over here at Taiwan, right at our fulcrum point, actually on the back side now, please. On this other plate boundary, comes right up the back side of the island, is a 4.5 here at Taiwan at a depth of 10 right there. That's your energy moving up through the system right there. That's a surface quake. Right at the fulcrum point, usually right around here, but that's still a fulcrum point because you see how all this has actually pushed this island up out of the water. Okay, this island was formed by this pushing up here, this plate resisting while this one's pushing, and it shoved this island right up out of the water. Okay, and that's our fulcrum point, that whole island where two plate boundaries basically intersect with an island for their intersection. That is a dangerous place to live, probably. We'll be here soon. 4.5 Taiwan. Okay, moving on up through Japan, not much. This region tends to kick out something a little deep. Yep, 4.2 down at 331. All right, so this little pit area has a deep quake. That's your energy down below, kind of creeping up towards the surface there, knocking off a 4.2. Here's where we have 3 volcanoes going off. All right, on this side of our, see, it's all naked through there. We come up to here to this, just outside the fulcrum point here. 4.5 here at Wangjing, India, at 100 kilometers. All right, so semi-deep quake right there. Now coming up to here, look at this. Boom, a 5.0 in Yanglong, China. This is a place we're going to have to watch now too, because 5.0 made it deep inland. I don't see any other features around here, but when we pull back, you see how this pushes up. This is pushing up as well. All these crinkled mountains right here. Let me get just a tad bit better for you. Whoops, that's too much. All right, all these crinkled mountains right here because the energy, this plate is pushing this way, right? Well, if it can't release along this area, it pushes out. See all this area? Now, the weak area is along the foothills right there where you get faults and stuff. And just outside that, you see all these lakes that are over here? See how porous this region is? Has a bunch of lakes and everything. Just off of this area where your weak zone would be maybe right around here, a little bit further out, is this 5.0. So we're going to have to watch that region there for a possible new little weak spot, because notice our other weak spot is not active now. We should have seen that energy come off over here, right? Or somewhere along this line, right? But it didn't. It popped off a little bit further back here. So we'll watch that area for a little while. Europe, really quiet right now. They need some quake activity to release energy, as well as same with Iceland here. Okay, we have inbound energy here soon that's going to cause more volcanoes, more earthquakes, more of this activity. Finish up real quick here at South America. 4.7 down at 245. 4.5 down at 535. Now here we go again. This is on the opposite side of the mountain range. All right, this is down in that those crinkled mountain areas where these are like pressure valleys, little ridges, pressure ridges from this plate pushing this way. Right out here, right at the foothill of them, the weak zone, bang. 4.5, and that's down at 535. Okay, this is these deep quakes that are on the opposite side of our fulcrum point. See here, it's the fulcrum point inland, right? It shoved all this land up to here, actually kind of more that way, and just opposite this one on the other side, this pressure's pushing this way. It pops here, It won't give here, so it pops on the other side. And we had almost the same magnitude, 4.7, 245, and 4.5 at 535. These last time we had one, what was it, almost a 6 or something, or 6 point something here inside the mountains in Brazil there, and it didn't produce a bigger quake at the surface. And now with this deeper quake down below, really? With this quake down below here, please, Lord, can we have this back? Thank you. With this deeper quake on the other side of the mountains, I don't expect to see much of a quake swarm or anything really, or a bigger surface quake from such a deep quake. All right. Doesn't seem to work that way on land, especially on the backside of these mountains here. All right, backing out. There was just this one last one right here, right? And we're out of here. 4.8 down at 90. Okay. So that's still down there. All right. The rest of the globe looks pretty clear. I think we covered it all. Oh, no. We need to cover the main topic. I almost bypassed it. Let's try to get some true color out of this without. How come I'm not getting my brightness? What? All right, well, are you guys able to see the different colors? You can see this is red and this is orange. Because my camera is not really. There we go. Let's go right there. All right, so these latest ones right now that are going off 3.5, that's at a depth of 8, 2.9 right at the surface, 2.7, 3.6. Here we've had a 3.6, and it's negative 0.5, so very, very close to the surface. This other one is a 3.7 as well. So these magnitudes are not little microquakes. 2.9, 3.7, 3.0, 2.7, 3.6. What was this one? A 3.5. Okay. So this latest flurry has been in the 3 range, where other stuff before 2.8. What was this big one right here? A 3.1. 2.5, 2.6. So we were at mid-range 2s before. These orange ones were mid-range 2s, all right? Now we've just had an uptick and in activity and magnitude. 3.7 and 3.6. Whoops, where was the other one right here? 3.6, all right? Both of those are right at the surface. We're seeing an uptick, a new wave of energy has just started to release here at Hawaii with a new little uptick in quakes and magnitude. All right, so we'll kind of monitor this throughout the course of the show. The furthest south one right here is a 2.5, but our main flurry seems to be right around here. And this is where we've seen our bigger quakes. This older one, well, about 5 hours. You go. Yeah, so right here we're seeing our latest little flurry, and there's pressure still being released up here. So everybody around Kilauea, watch out. We're going to have another earthquake swarm and possible eruption here. We'll see. I don't know about a possible eruption. These aren't. We'll see here. I'll let you guys kind of be the judge of that. Maybe we should do some praying on this as well. Anyways, where else, Lord? That was it. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's come on over to our volcanoes. You guys have been so patient tonight. I know a lot of you, I can sense that you're anxious for this show. And you're like, why can't he go on earlier? I can't wait. I can't wait. So I know you're anxious to get to the spiritual report. Some of you are here, which is good. But we got to work our way through this for the other part of the audience as well. Continuing on, February 3rd now, going into tomorrow, Santo Guido, Fuego, Ducono, Marapi, Reventador, Sabancaya. And let's jump on in. Marapi, volcanic ash, yeah, crater OBS. I was looking for an altitude, but whoops. Here we got Ducono, explosive activity continues. Volcanic ash plume rose up to an estimated 8,000 feet, or flight level 080. See? Continuous here. Flight level, that's the same one, 800, 8,000 feet. Sorry, thought it was a separate one. Can I have my, that's why. We're frozen up for a second. Anyways, while we're frozen up, Santo Guido, volcanic ash advisory, Fuego down here. Please, Lord, can we have this back? Mild explosive activity continues from the volcano. Volcanic ash advisory reported intermission. Oh, I guess you just wanted me to read that, didn't you? All right. I guess we're reading each one. Hang on there. Reventador. Explosive activity continues. 15,000 feet. We're having a gust of wind right now that's rocking the house. So, well. Come on, Lord. Please, can we open this one? Please, Lord. Can we open this one? All right. While we're kind of waiting here, expect to see these volcanoes, some older ones or that are semi-active, waking up. Expect to see. Here we go. Please. It's probably some new ad or something gross or whatever that are loading up. Anyways, we're getting there. See what patience and persistence. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna get this working, and we're gonna finish up this volcano report. February 2nd. Santo Guido, Fuego. All right, here we go. Ibu, 9,000 feet. Darwin warned about volcanic ash plume. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All right. Explosive activity continues at Luatobi to 7,000 feet. Ground report of an eruption with a V8 of flight levels 7,000 feet. Okay. Kilauea, Hawaii. As of yesterday morning, the seismic activity has calmed down. Well, we're about to update your report and say it is now becoming active again. The swarm of earthquakes has been occurring about 8 to 11 kilometers southwest of the caldera at depths between 1 to 4 kilometers in the vicinity of the Puku'uia'io. The frequency of the quake incidents is approximately 25 to 30 hours. Look at that dog. Wow. He's a little intimidating. Moving on. Popocatépetl, 20,000 feet. Santo Guido, 13,000 feet. Expect to see taller blasts out of these here pretty soon. Fuego, 16,000. Reventador, 15,000. Sabancaya, 24,000. 24, huh? Volcanic activity for the second. This is the list I like to kind of go through a little bit. Bizamani, Ducono, let me just get this up to the top. Ebico, Arubis, Erta Ale, Fuego, Ibu, Krakatau in the Sunda Straits. Do we have a video of Erta Ale? Oh, I don't dare open it up. We might be here for another hour. Krakatau, all right. Still going in the straits there. Luatobi, Luatolo, Marapi, Messiah, Merapi, Michael in the South Sandwich Islands, Nyiragongo, Popocatépetl, Revedentador, Sabancaya, Sakurajima, Sangay, Santo Guido, Semeru in Java, Shivalush in the Kunchakna, Stromboli, Suanosajima, Villarica, Yasur. Okay, those are all active right now. And over here, watch out for Ulawan here. It's the sleeper. I mean, it doesn't do much, but it's the one that produced the biggest explosion so far this year. Ubinus. Recon de Vieja, we see jumping back and forth, especially Recahanus here. All right, we'll watch for earthquake swarms at Recahanus, should indicate when it's about to erupt. Rayung here in East Java. All right, everything on the island of Java is very potential. Old Yonyo, Nimaguria, Shiranosha, or Nishinoshima, Nevada del Ruiz. All right, watch for that one to hop over here, as well as Mayonne. In fact, we already saw Mayonne is over here. Manam, that's another one to watch. Here's Kilauea about to hop over there. Great Sikin, Etna, Cotopaxi, our new latest one that came online. Watch for it to possibly jump over here active. All right. Moving into the forecast. Oh my God, we still got this to go. All right, anyways, while we're waiting for that to kind of switch over there, they're advertising teeth because a lot of people are grinding their teeth right now. Yeah, gritting down and grinding their teeth because of what's going on. Gnashing of teeth. All right, let's get this started. Boom. Go ahead and play. Here's your outbreak. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of dissipating. This storm. Just everybody get the hell out of California. Get away from that coast. It's going to be gnarly. You're going to see flash flooding and snow and just it. I already started getting supplies. I took this opportunity the day between to go get ready to hunker down for a couple of days. All right. I like this part too. I heard somebody say that. All right, cool. Well, here we go. We're going to do it anyway. Current conditions right now, the nighttime of February 2nd. I kind of want to get this area more now. Anyways, here's your little sporadic outbreak here in Texas that we had going up into through Oklahoma up into Nebraska during the nighttime with convection still here along the coastline in the morning. All right, so the morning of February 3rd, Texas, you're not out of the strike zone yet, especially along the coast here at the border of Louisiana. Then as we get into the noontime, you see it start to rear up. It starts turning red. Okay, we got convection going, and then by the end of convection here, this is sundown February 3rd, the end of convection. I'm going to zoom in on this because they weren't expecting. Well, there was a 2% chance, and today's weather got a little different. All right, I believe because of inbound energy. Right, it kind of caught them off guard. Now, what we're talking about here is tomorrow at the end of convection here. Everybody in this little strike zone right here, this could shift this way. It could shift, all right? It's not necessarily right in these spots, all right? But this is our forecast for the end of convection tomorrow. We're talking water spouts making landfall. We're talking tornadoes inland here, mostly in Louisiana right here at convection and offshore right there. Okay, so everybody in this area, be on alert tomorrow. Okay, have your weather radios on. You got family in that area, give them a call tonight or in the morning and say, hey, just by the way, if you're not aware, you're due some very nasty weather tomorrow. Okay, then we just continue into the nighttime of tomorrow. Please, one more. All right, now it kind of shifts more towards Mississippi, Alabama area. And still off the coast right here, headed towards the panhandle of Florida and the west coast of Florida. Give me one more frame. All right, there you see it has kind of stayed out offshore. It missed the panhandle of Florida, but it's going right for the west coast of it. At this time, too, we have, back up a couple. We also have this making landfall here. So let me go one frame right there. All right, here it starts to become severe offshore right there by the nighttime of tomorrow night. Then as we go into tomorrow morning, I believe this is the morning. Let me just time check real quick. I'm sorry I have to zoom in and out, but we're just patient here, man. Yeah, this is the morning of February 4th now. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a nervous wreck. Here we go. Severe weather off the west coast right here, right where we had our earthquake coming into the Bay Area right there. Sometimes when these things happen, watch out for another earthquake. This low is at a 989 right there. Okay. I want to go one more frame from that morning into the noontime. Now this blossom spreads and all right, you see what's happening to Florida? Not much right there. Now let's focus over here, folks. Wait, timestamp real quick before we go back. Noontime. Okay, noontime the 4th. So here we are, noontime the 4th. Severe weather all along the coast, going inland into the bay. Very, very severe snow in the foothills and in the Sierras. They're calling for like 8 to 10 feet at higher elevations. So this is going to be winter in one storm. This is going to lay down so much moisture here for California. It'd probably be the whole season's worth in one storm. We're talking, they're projecting millibars of 983. I have to go look that up. I think that's category 1. Category 1. If it were a hurricane. Okay. So just time check real quick here. I wish they had it right here. Is there somewhere? I want a timestamp. No. Let me just back out real quick because I get to talking and I lose track. Noontime. This is actually going to be 10 a.m. on Pacific because this is showing Pacific time, my time zone. So around 10 a.m. it's going to be very intense right there on the 4th. Now we're going to go another frame in. This is the end of convection. Over here a little bit in Georgia. Most of this is moved offshore. Rain up through there. Now let's focus on California. Let me pop in one more time. Okay. Sorry, it's not much, but that's all we can get. It's very important. You guys are learning patience with me. All right, severe weather just scattered all over the place. We're talking right here from the top of like Santa Barbara area, going all the way up the coast, up into the Sacramento Valley a little bit here, the Delta region. Severe weather up here by the geysers in Northern California. All these little patches. All right. Even severe off the coast. Now the millibars are 978. So it dropped even further in pressure. And with what we saw as far as a bombogenesis here today, this is the 4th. And we saw activity come off on the 1st that's due to arrive on the 4th. So you're looking at this storm with added energy to it. All right. This is not going to be good. Everybody in California, everybody in this region, if you haven't already taken precautions, you better do it soon. You better do it really soon and be prepared to hunker down. There's going to be loss of power. Let me stop. I'm talking with my mouse. There's going to be loss of power. There's going to be flash flooding, mudslides. There's going to be everything with this. I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to sound crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if this kicked off fires or an earthquake or something. Okay, we see it right. We just had that quake right here at the Bay Area. This thing means business. This is our monster storm right here at 978 millibars. I bet it comes. I bet when it comes in, it's even lower. So we'll monitor that. 978, and I think when it comes in, it might come in maybe just 3 lower, about 975 or 974, right around there. I bet it drops because of the inbound energy. If I'm wrong, I'd be thankful to be wrong. Okay, I have no problem being wrong about this. All right, so we can all pray. Everybody pray for this region. Everybody get prepared. Okay, you got people out this way. You live over here on the East Coast, and you got power and everything. Call people on the West Coast and tell them, hey, look out! You got a big storm coming here. All right, or tell them to come over here to my channel and we'll discuss it or whatever. Okay, I'm trying to move along as fast as I can, but I can't stress the importance of taking heed of this storm right here. It means business. You can see it. I don't really need to keep reiterating it. You can see it means business. That's a convection. Then as we go into the nighttime, it's still convecting. It's still severe up in Northern California, Southern California. All right, this low. Oh my God, are you kidding me? At this point is at 982 is what they're projecting. All right, so 982 right there. Let's go one more frame. That was the nighttime. This will be the morning time, the coldest part of the day. It's still at 989. You see how tight these millibars here are. High winds. This is going to be surf. It's going to erode. There's going to be beach erosion, high surf. This will probably bring along with it a tidal surge. You might see a strange tidal surge along the coastlines here, like we saw not too long ago here. One of these little, any kind of one of these little pointed bays where energy focuses from a wide area down into a conical little point. Those are the bays to watch out for. With water coming in, it gets focused down. We'll pull up another thing later. Anyways, watch out for tidal surge as well. Everything with this: snow, rain, big hail, high winds, power outage, possible fires, possible earthquake. All right, that. Okay, you heard me. I got to keep going because there's people waiting. All right, we're the noontime of the 5th. The into convection the 5th. Noontime. See how this still heavy rains. You guys are going to get walloped. Not only did you just have this severe storm, right behind it is more and more rain. So this is the nighttime of the 5th going into the morning of the 6th, noontime. The end of convection, snow back here in Nevada. This low over Utah is at 999 right there. Still acting very strange. 10 p.m. That'll be the nighttime of the 6th, morning of the 7th, noon, convection, morning of the 8th, noon, convection, morning of the 9th. See this thing traveling up there, winding up, trying to get organized. That's the end of convection, the 8th. Night of the 8th, morning of the 9th. All right, watch out for this. High winds, big storm front there. That could possibly be different too. But that's out at the 9th. It'll be the morning of the 9th, noon, convection, nighttime, morning of the 10th, noon, convection, nighttime, morning 11th, noon, convection, nighttime, morning 11th. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that's pretty far out there. We'll see what happens with that. Wow. All right, you see how it gains strength offshore, but as it whips around, it's taking moisture off the coast and throwing it back up here. That's going to be a nor'easter. It's showing 976 right there, millibars. And this is, it starts wrapping up right here at the night of the 13th. Let's go just a tad bit. All right, right here at the end of convection. So sundown the 13th, my bad, sorry, sundown the 13th, you got this low offshore that's severe and it's starting to wind up and gather strength. Watch as it goes from the morning or the afternoon hours into nighttime, still severe in the core with a 992. Then it drops to 986, gets more severe in the morning hours. Okay, this is morning time convection. Dragging snow back down the backside of it there into the New York area. And then that's 985 millibars at the end of convection on the 14th. And this looks to slam Maine here. That's the nighttime. You see how tight those millibars are? That's going to be a nor'easter. 951? No, 954? Oh, boy. There's 951 right there at the morning time of the 15th. Then it kind of scooches on out of there and probably off to go eat another country. Meantime, little chances down here, but all right, we'll have to monitor that pretty closely, that big last monster storm. So tomorrow, everybody watch out for this, then this on the West Coast, all right? No joke. Life and death, all right? If you're caught off guard, here in California, if you people that live there have a ditch in your backyard that used to be an old stream or a culvert, divert water, divert it to somewhere else. Don't try to block it. Always try to divert it. Okay. Prepare. Get sandbags. Get your candles, gasoline for generators, chainsaws. You're going to see a lot of fallen trees. That's why I say chainsaws. How are you going to get down the road to help your neighbor when there's 5 trees across the road? You're going to need chainsaws. You're also going to need something to strap around a tree to pull it off the road so you can continue down the road. Okay? Stuff like that to think of. Because if we don't have emergency services can't respond, you're going to have to save yourself and rescue yourself. So become a survivalist, learn some techniques, learn how to be able to respond, adapt, overcome, look for things that you would need, think about things that you would need, and prepare. Okay, this is what you can do. And that way you're not freaked out. You're prepared. You know it's coming. You're prepared. You just get to hunker down and have a day off listening to something on TV or whatever you do, reading a book. If the power goes out and you have no internet, good time to open up the Bible. All right, I got to keep moving on. We have so much spiritual report tonight. I don't even know how to get to it. So let's just try to at least. Why does that happen? All right, we're just going to keep trying here. One by one, we'll get rid of this stuff and we'll pull up the spiritual report here as soon as this computer kind of unfreezes. All right, I got a lot of reading for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the reading. Hopefully some ears that hear. Okay, my audience has ears that hear. Sure, I'll take. Can we? Yeah, we can get rid of that one. Anything with an X, can I get rid of it, please, Lord? Oh, there we go. Fine, we can look at that and just start getting rid of some of this other stuff. I can't get an X on any of these. How strange. It won't let me close out some of these tabs. All right, well, bear with me. We're just kind of closing out tabs. I need to pull up some images and we're going to continue on with the spiritual report where we left off last night, kind of connecting all the dots and stuff. Please, Lord, can we have this computer unjammed and start Xing things out? It's this YouTube thing that's jamming up. We're almost there, you guys. Give me this one. Something to look at for the audience for a minute. Oh, now we've gone dark. Bear with me just a second. And I should maybe start the reading now, but it really needs to be at the end of the show. So, all right. How about we just take a minute I don't do a lot of praying live on air. I'm very personal about my praying and stuff because I know how important it is and what it means and stuff. But I was thinking maybe we could do a prayer. Can I have either one of these, Lord? Can we get rid of that one and maybe get the other one? Oh, Heavenly Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And I got, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Can we have this back, please? All right. You see the little circle? We're waiting on the circle. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference, to know what I can change from what I can't change. And why are we not getting this? Please, Lord. All right. Well, we might have to close this out and just open it up all over again because I refuse to just end it like right now. Oh, take this, something before all that X is out. All right, well, we're getting back to possibly Xing out of some of these. So frustrating. Come on, please, Lord. All right, well, anyways, I guess we'll just start doing some reading now. In the meantime, we're waiting on this thing. It's so disappointing when you're trying to produce a show and you don't have things working. So, Lord, please help with the computer. Meantime, let's try this thing real quick. Why did it just X out of the whole thing? Why won't you just let me X out of this whole thing? Real quick. Oh. So I was kind of looking around and thinking of some stuff here, and I found some other stuff to read here. Many today say that there is no such thing as absolute truth, from philosophers to pop musicians. Are we getting this back? Oh, please, Lord. Come on. All right, well, I guess we're reading tonight. I was trying to do a lot more for this show. Hey, you Chinese, get out of my computer or else you're going to suffer. Pull up this YouTube or pull up this stuff right now, hackers, whatever they're doing to my computer here. Anyways, so back to this. Many today say there is no such thing as absolute truth. From philosophers to pop musicians, the word goes out that truth is only what you want it to be, and what is true for you isn't necessarily true for anyone else. Do you guys see that going on in society today? What I just described there? Let's go over it one more time while we're waiting on this. Google, come on, seriously. Does your guys' computer take this long to open up a Google page? Anything, Lord? Unbelievable. All right, well, there's your AI. That's artificial intelligence right there. All right, so back to where we were. Again, I'm going to read this. Many today say there is no such thing as absolute truth. From philosophers to pop musicians, the word goes out that truth is only what you want it to be, and what is true for you isn't necessarily true for anyone else. All right, now that's the problem we have in our societies. Everybody's got these different ideas of what truth is. They believe the mainstream media is the gospel when we already have the gospel. Oh, we're getting somewhere, folks. No, I do not want to restore. I would like to just cancel all that stuff out and let me open up one YouTube thing. We will just kind of wait for that to light up. All right, so that's the condition. Lately is it's hard to tell the truth. What's the truth anymore? You guys, the media got you thinking one way, looking one, over here. Wow. Does your computer take this long to just like cancel something, to X out or something, so you could open up a new tab? You saw I just opened up a new page. Come on, you can do it, Google. How about YouTube then? Oh, we're getting somewhere, folks. All right, so I'm going to hold off on the rest of that reading because that's for the end of the show. We need to pick up where we left off last night. And where is that again, Lord? We're going to start over here. My channel. Take some of this light out of there. And for reading. Texas tornado. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but that's good. We got my channel up here. We're going to pull up this image real quick. Get that sitting there for a minute after ads. All right, let's go right to here. Wait, I'm looking for the zoomed in spot there. And then we'll dim that a little bit. Why is my dim switch not working tonight? All right. Give me full screen. And now, how about this? Why is it jumping backwards? Why is it doing this? Oh, well. I was just trying to tint it a little bit more so we could see it a little clearer. So there's where we left off last night. All right. We're reading. I was showing you the UFOs, the ascended masters, the advanced races from the past that follow me, watch me, and study my every move. All right. Then I showed you Jesus pulling open his shirt and projecting my face in the clouds with a crown over it. My face in the clouds with a crown over it. And now this forms in the sky wherever I go. Not everywhere, but all kinds of stuff takes place in the clouds wherever I go. All right. And this happened on Easter. All right. So, and you saw the lion here where it turns into this little lion face. We'll play that part. Has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type. Goes right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus's face and the lion face. Okay, so you saw that, and we're going to put it right about there. Oops, I need to pull it back. That, and then come back here. Oh, wait, I need to open up another page. What happened here? All right, there we go. So open up another image here real quick. Just bear with me. Mm-hmm. Where did that go? Maybe it's up a little higher. Oh, there it is. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Pulling up third phase of moon here. They do a lot of UFO stuff, but they captured this. Okay, so after this is one of our latest images in the clouds. All right, these are giant faces. The same activity that follows me everywhere I go is now taking place in other regions of the country now. This was Virginia, I believe. Here, let's just start the little clip here real quick.
Photos just came into my email, and we like the photos of the phenomenon as well. And somebody sent us this. Guys, what's going on over here in Virginia, Hampton?
Yeah, Hampton, Virginia.
Some people might say this is pareidolia or something else. Maybe weather manipulation. It's terrifying as all heck, right?
Terrifying as all hell, you're just trying to say. Yeah, it is. It's terrifying when this stuff haunts you and follows you everywhere you go. All right. And now the world's getting a little taste of what it's like for me when you got these giant faces like this that form in the clouds that watch and follow you, study every move you make. Where are we going now, Lord, from this? Oh. Oh wait, we can just search it right here. It's just easier to type it in. God is here. All right, we're gonna play this one again.
All right, folks, this is a real event. She does a really good job at bringing you, information from around the world that our media refuses to cover. And very courageous lady. So I wanted to give a shout out because I'm about to use her video. And if you want to see better clarity of what I'm about to show you, go over to her channel and watch this video. Give her a thumbs up like I'm gonna right now. There you go. All right, here we go. Wait, before I start this video, I want to point out this face in the sky here. I've seen this face a lot lately, and I've just been afraid to kind of show it to you but in this video, here's this face. It's bisymmetrical. It's got black on one side, white on the other. Here's the eyes up here. I'm just going to start playing the video. And this was in a video about the sound in the sky, so I want you to listen to the sound. She recognizes what's going on here, and what she did is she sped up the sound. She sped up this video 2 times because stuff is happening in different dimensions and slow motion. So when you speed things up, you start to see the activity even clearer. So here we go.
on, speakers. What the fuck? All right, hang on for a second here. Really? No, the speakers cutting out on this side. I'm trying to get this audio for you, and it's most important that we have good audio. Now, please tell me that this is...
All right, folks, this is a real event. In different dimensions and slow motion. So when you speed things up, you start to see the activity even clearer.
All right, one more time with the sound. Better sound now.
All right, folks.
Okay, so there you have the spiritual realm showing up in the clouds, and now this God's here, and he's growling and spitting lightning, and where the heck did my pointer go? Anyways, you can see this bisected face there, and where'd my pointer go? Before, there it is. Yeah, quite the event going on here, all right? And I'm showing you this because this has already taken place once, all right? So we're going to be seeing more of this, all right? When the shit hits the fan, stuff like this is going to start happening, and it's going to shock the world, all right? And it's already happening. It's just being kind of covered up and hidden and being, not talked about. But I know this is real because I've seen this face many times, all right? It watches me, follows me everywhere I go. And you see his little crown up here, some kind of band around the head up here with a little crown, a little gem or something in the middle there. If you tilt your head to the left a little bit, you can see this face a little bit better. All right, so real event right here. Okay, you guys, this is the crazy stuff we're seeing already. All right, now to the other one. Help me, Lord. Oh, okay. And then it was, all right, let's just pull up. Where did it go? No, not that one.
Far-fetched, I must admit. Okay.
Hang on, I want the whole video of that one. Hang on, bear with me while I try to pull it up. I got some other stuff on here that is, where did it go? Where did it go? Come on, Lord, help me with this. Oh, there we go. All right, finally. Here we go.
Oh, holy fucking shit, guys. I think Howard does.
Pardon the profanity, but
No, I think
all right. Now what we're gonna do, We're going to slow that down for the message that's in there. But we got to do it kind of, might sound a little warbled here. Let me try to back it up. Wait. Right now. Right? Okay, it sounds a little warbled, but it's saying right here. When he touches down, that lightning touches down, it says here now. There's a whisper in the wind saying here. It says right now. Here, now here. All right, let's try that one more time here. It's very hard to hear, but this is an EVP from the other realm being captured during this video. It's electromagnetically imprinted on the video. Okay, now we're going to speed it up a little bit more so you can hear it a little clearer. Alright, then we have the opening message clear up here where it says Jesus is close. He is the Christ who's coming quickly. Okay, he is the Christ who's coming quickly. Jesus is in the flesh right now, here. All right, so that was the message that happened during this event. This is our latest event right here, okay? And quite the event it is. And I can see why it's not all over the news, because it would probably scare the living daylights out of the world. So they got to keep this a little quiet. Maybe let me, the crazy guy, talk about it. But you can hear the EVP that's attached to that. That makes it 100% authentic, all right? I've had to deal with this stuff my whole life, and I can tell you that it's real. Word. I guess the Christ is coming quickly.
Holy fucking shit, guys.
He is the wolf of the wind. The word. Alright? Now there's a few more times. That one, it didn't say anything there. That's twice. That's twice it's showed up. Turn down. See that one? That's 3.
Holy fucking shit.
Here's this one. Jesus in the flesh right now, here.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Alright? Then there's
I don't know.
and then the this last one comes up here in just a minute. All right. That last one made him close the door. You see how close he was to him? That dude got nervous and closed the door because he was scared this Jesus was going to walk up to his door. 5 separate times he showed up in the clouds with lightning, and 2 times with those messages. There are other messages in there, but I'm not going to tell you. They're more private for me and stuff. And good luck trying to hear them. You'll have to do a lot of this slowing down, speeding up work. You have to do a lot of backwards deciphering. Like when I heard that word here, then the lightning, when it touched down, made a noise, and I had to decipher that was the word now. And right before it says here now, or right now, here. All right. Anyways, there was that. Now, where are we going with this, Lord? So we went through all of that, yeah. And let me turn this little squeaker thing down. And I showed you that. Okay, now where are we going, Lord? Oh, okay. And I've showed you angels, and I showed you Mary. Angel means messenger. Messenger, the angel told me I needed to investigate my birthmark, that my birthmark was a wound suffered. It was a mortal wound suffered in a previous life. And I'm like, what? And so I never heard of that. So I went and researched it. Sure enough, birthmarks are an indicator of how you may have died mortally in a previous life. Don't ask me how all that fits in, but apparently it's like a spiritual scar on your spirit. And when your spirit comes into a new body, you get a birthmark. And we're going to go into this one here in a little bit.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to my video. My name is Brian Knight. And
Let me get this full
I've
screen.
been struggling with this for a while on how to do this video. So please bear with me here. So first off, I want you to look at my ID here. So you know who I am, I say I am.
Okay. Date of birth, March 24th, 1970. God's calendar is not the Gregorian calendar. He uses seasons, the sun, the stars, and the moon. Spring is March 21st. Jesus is the spring from which all new life flows. He's the spring from which from what the living water flows. All right. So Jesus is the spring, and he rose 3 days later. 3 days later than what? It never tells you 3 days later than what? What day? What day? 3 days later than what? Man has it at this day. Man, they have it that day. Oh, the moon and the star, whatever. No, it's the calendar, the spring. 3 days after spring. My birthday is 3 days after spring. 70 is all over the Bible, you guys. All right. I don't have to tell you how many times 7 and the number 7 and 70 are all over the Bible. All right. My birthday is in the Bible. The Bible is about my birthday. Continuing on.
You should take note of the date of birth.
Expires when?
March 24th, 1970.
Whoops.
That's 3 days after spring. Jesus resurrected 3 days after spring. The real Easter is March 24th. In this famous painting here, this shows the Roman soldier
Sorry, this is before I
piercing Jesus' heart
had a
with a
tripod.
spear. Now, what he didn't know is that the heart is on this side over here. But he stabbed him on the right-hand side.
Okay. Little reference point. Let me get another reference thingy here. All right, let's start right there.
They didn't have cameras back then. Sorry, it's shaky. Okay. They didn't have cameras back then to take pictures of this, so artists painted what they saw. So
Okay, let me freeze frame right there. A lot of depictions have the stab wound way over here. Okay, Hollywood, they all depict the wound like way down here. The Bible says between the second and third rib or something, I believe. It's way up here. It's not here by his stomach. It's on his side. All right, you see the blood squirt. Now, I trust this old painting more than I trust Hollywood. Okay, this is a old Renaissance painting. You see the angels collecting the blood that's dripping out of his hands and off his elbows. Okay, that's a very good rendition of what happened right there. Okay, now continuing on. So now, knowing that this birthmark I have is a mortal wound suffered from a previous life, it's in the shape of a stab wound.
suffered on your body in a previous life comes back on your next body as a birthmark. And this is the birthmark that I have on the side of my chest. See? I'll show you a different image here too. There it is again. Okay. On camera.
I didn't know about this. The angel told me about this birthmark. I didn't know I had this birthmark on me my whole life until an angel told me your birthmark was a mortal wound suffered in a previous life.
Here it is again. Just to prove that this is me. I'm going to go over here. I do this. Hi.
See that face? That's the same face you saw in the clouds. Okay, it's projecting my face in the clouds. That's what I look like, you guys. I don't show you very often because I want to scare the shit out of everybody, give them a heart attack.
Okay, there we go.
There are a bunch of missed camera stuff here. Let's get to the juicy part right here. There we go.
Showed you Mary
Whoops,
and
whoops.
angels in my garage.
Sorry, my hairy armpit, but
There it is. See? That's the mark. All right. So I showed you Mary. That's the mark. All right. There it is. See?
and there we go. 3 faces. There's one right here in white. This one right here in brown. And then this one right here as well. I'm gonna have to do that a little bit. My tint isn't working, or the for some reason my brightness isn't working on my computer here, so I'm just having to do the tint. Sorry about the lines right there and the ugly hairy armpit, but there you go. Look at that for a minute while we start doing some more reading here, because I got more for you guys. All right. I want them end with this one or end with that one? End with that one. Okay, start with these two. All right, I got it. Ready, set, here we go. Everybody take a deep breath in and relax while I breathe. I am leading you step by step through your life. Hold my hand in trusting dependence, letting me guide you through each day. Your future looks uncertain and feels flimsy, even precarious. That is how it should be. Secret things belong to the Lord, and future things are secret things. When you try to figure out the future, you are grasping at things that are mine. This, like all forms of worry, is an act of rebellion, doubting my promises to care for you. So, whenever you find yourself worrying about the future, repent, return to me, and I will show you the next step forward, the one after that, and the one after that. So relax and enjoy the journey in my presence, trusting me to open up the way before you as you go. Okay, so enough of the hairy armpit. Where are we going back? We're going back to this one. No, we're going back to this one. All right, there we go. Oh, almost too much there. Let's go back to this smaller image. There we go. Trying to keep the tint kind of so you can see everything without wavy lines as well. Okay, happened on Easter right there. That's me. That's my face in the sky with crown over it on Easter 2020, as promised. 2,000-year-old prophecy come true. Why? Well, because there's wars and there's rumors of wars and there's quakes in diverse places. There's all kinds of signs. Okay, so whoever believes in me does not believe in me only, but in the one who sent me. When you look at me, you see the one who sent me. I came into the world not only to be your Savior, but also to help you see the Father more clearly. He and I always work in perfect unity. As I proclaimed when I was teaching in the temple in Jerusalem, I and my Father are one. So when you strive to live close to me, fixing your eyes on me, you are by no means ignoring the Father. The Trinity, comprised of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, is a great gift to you. It is also a mystery far beyond your comprehension. This blessing of three persons in one greatly enriches your prayer life. You can pray to the Father in my name. You can also speak directly to me, and the Holy Spirit is continually available to help you with your prayers. So do not be perturbed by mysteries of the Godhead. Instead, respond to these wonders with joyous praise and adoration. Because I am the living one who sees you always. I see into the very depths of your being. Not even one of your thoughts escapes my notice. My intimate awareness of everything about you means that you are never alone, in good times or in struggles. It also means that I want to cleanse your thoughts from their sinful tendencies. When you find yourself thinking in loveless, hurtful ways, confess it to me immediately. Ask me not only to forgive you, but to change you. You don't need to belabor your confession as if you had to convince me to extend grace to you. I went through torturous execution and utter separation from the Father so that I could remove your sins as far from the east is from the west. I delight in forgiving you. I delight in it. Just confess it, and then I can forgive you. How can you forgive somebody when they don't confess? All right? Pretty simple stuff. Remember that even now I view you clothed in radiant garments, my perfect righteousness, and oh, I can already see you in the glorious vision you will be when heaven becomes your home. Where's the closer? It's this. So, you are on the right path. Listen more to me and less to your doubts. I am leading you along the way I designed just for you. Therefore, it is a lonely way, humanly speaking, but I go before you as well as alongside you, so you are never alone. Do not expect anyone to understand fully my ways with you any more than you can comprehend my dealings with others. I am revealing to you the path of life day by day and moment by moment. So, as I said to my disciples, and I'm going to repeat this to you, follow me. All right, I think that's it for tonight. Notes, no notes. That was it. All right, you guys. It's important, you guys. Just try giving it a try. Just try giving it a try. Believe me for 1 minute and magical things happen. It's not like you're trying to believe in the bad guy, right? You're believing in the good guy. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. All right? Once you kind of realize walking around in the flesh like a normal person, and you're sitting here listening, learning, watching, following, and studying my every move, just like everybody else is doing. All right? I assure you that this is the truth. I love all of you. I miss all of you. And until my next show, I will be back. I am already back. Can't you tell? I am already back. Can't you tell?